Okay, so I'm here with Comic Jews with Duke and Kojib, and yeah, so we're here. So how are you, Duke? Duke? Oh God, no. Yes, well, as you've noticed,
It's the king, bitches. How's it going?
it's the king. Um, yeah, Duke couldn't do comic news this week, so we decided we'd step in and
Actually, we don't know if he can do it or not. We just decided to take over because I'm king and he's Kojib, and we can do that.
and he didn't do it last week, so
So
one
this is,
thing led to another.
and then his mom came over, and also we get tired of hearing his sister in the background, so that's another thing.
It's a very, very good point. Okay, so first
All
story.
right, yeah, the first story, not really that big of a story, but it kind of goes along with what's been going on the last few weeks. If you guys listen to the news show, which is, everyone knows the Green Lantern movie is coming out, and basically because of that, we're now getting a Green Lantern series on Cartoon Network. Which my first thought is, wow, they're still putting cartoons on Cartoon Network. That's amazing. And the second thing was, who really cares? Because when you read through the article, there's nothing that really kind of pops out at you. They're not throwing down any names that, uh, you know, they're not throwing down any names that really like grab your attention. Like I don't see a Bruce Timm or anything on here that would make me go, oh yeah, I gotta watch this. Uh, they're saying something about they're gonna make it kind of like a CG or like a digital kind of show, kind of like the Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars, which whatever.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Personally, I really like the idea of this. I think if they're doing like Sinestro Corps War, just generally Jeff Johns' stuff as a TV show, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Um, the only thing is that as a cartoon, it's the whole Green Lantern Corps rather than just Hal Jordan. So
Well, I mean, if you read the article here, they make the point that you have Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner, John Stewart. I mean, you got all these guys who they can constantly rotate through
mhm.
to kind of be like the main character, and then have the other Green Lanterns as the side characters. Now, there is a part of this article that makes a very good point, which is this going to be a continuation of Green Lantern First Flight or Justice League Unlimited?
Mhm. Um,
Which, if it's a continuation of First Flight, then I really don't care about it. If it's a continuation of Justice League Unlimited, I'd be more interested.
mhm.
As long as the people who have something to do with Unlimited have something to do with this, which, from what I've read, they don't.
Thing is, I'm completely fine with this, and I'm probably going to be supporting this so long as it's not CGI. Because if it's CGI,
Then who cares?
then who cares? I mean, especially if they're going to go down the Clone Wars route and kind of go with some manga influenced characters. I mean, I know it's not saying anything like that. It's just saying maybe it'll go down the CGI route. But if they go anywhere near that kind of stylization, and they like essentially drift away from the comics, I'm not going to be even vaguely interested in this.
Yeah, like I mean, we're not saying anything bad about like CGI. Like two of my favorite animated shows of all time were CGI, Beast Wars and Reboot. But lately, if you look at like the Star Wars Clone Wars one, it's really not that good.
Nope, not at all. Uh,
So I mean, why would you want more of that with Green Lantern? Especially with the movie coming out, because of the cartoon show stuff. Who's gonna want to watch a full length movie about that?
in 3D.
Oh God,
Okay, so next story, I
fuck
guess.
Avatar.
Okay, so next story is that James McAvoy has been cast. I believe he's been cast, or is it just?
No,
Nope. Yep,
he basically said he was cast.
he was cast as a young Professor X in First Flight. Now,
Or First Class.
First Class, even. Now, this is kind of. I'm not sure because does this mean that he's going to be Professor Xavier through the entire film, or is he going to be a young Professor Xavier in a few flashbacks? But I presume it will be through the entire film.
I'm thinking it's through the entire film because, if you okay, as much as I didn't really like X-Men Origins Wolverine, they are very much pulling from that, where you have a young Cyclops and all those other people who are teenagers, maybe about 15 years old. And if they put everything in the continuity that we think they're going to, in the first movie they were probably about 35 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So 15 to 35, that's a 20 year difference. This guy, James McAvoy, is 30, and Professor X in the original movies was probably in his 50s. So
mm-hmm.
the aging is about right. So I think that they are going to start off with him, and I think it will work. I think like him looking the part, they can make it work. As to whether or not he can pull it off as an actor, that's debatable.
I mean, I'm sure this is going to fit into the film continuity that we've already got.
Yeah.
This First Class is going to be what completely judges my opinion on that, because the first film was brilliant when it came out.
Yeah.
Second film, even better. Third film, pile of wank. Fourth film, even worse. So this film...
Wolverine was worse than... I mean, I know Deadpool got raped and all, but Wolverine cried like 20 times in X-Men 3.
Maybe, but...
Yeah,
that had Magneto. Yeah, it had Ian McKellen, it had Patrick Stewart, so it had some redeeming qualities in my eyes.
Yeah, that's true. But they killed off Patrick Stewart, and they didn't really let Ian do his job. They focused on Halle Berry and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, it was a shitfest, but the point remains that this film is going to judge that. Like, if First Class is terrible,
yeah,
then the whole X-Men film franchise, in my eyes, of what we've had so far, is just going to be, yeah.
Because I mean, the first movie I can still watch. I can still get into it. Like, it has those few moments where you got like Wolverine flips off Cyclops with his adamantium claw. That, I mean, it's still kind of funny. Cyclops is like, prove it, and he's like, you're a dick. Funny. I mean, little things like that. I can still laugh at that. And then X2 is just really well made, really well thought out. But two really good movies versus 3 crappy movies. I mean, there are very few franchises that I can still watch. Like the Superman 1 and 2, I can still watch, but I don't know if I'd be able to watch X-Men 1 and 2 after how painful these other movies have been.
Yeah. So let's quickly go on to the next story, because we've got a couple of minutes. Because we haven't got much to say about this.
I mean, this to me is still kind of like the biggest story of the week, but then again, it's one of those things where you're like, how believable is this? Mark Hamill, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, he's saying that it will be his last time as the Joker. Do you believe that?
Well, my instant comeback is that he said the exact same thing about Arkham Asylum 1. So,
yeah,
I think he's kind of lost. And the only other thing is that the Joker's the only thing he's got going for himself. I know he's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
But the Joker's the only thing he's got going. So if he just says that, just to... I don't know what...
I don't know. Here's the thing about him as the Joker. He has personified the role so well that outside of Heath Ledger, there's no one else that can be called the Joker, and in the general public eye. And here's the thing: they make a point in the article, Batman: Brave and the Bold. Someone else voiced the Joker, and it was atrocious. I saw the episode, and I wanted to shoot the creators because of it. It was just really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with the Batman like animated manga crap fest that they made back in the early 2000s. the Joker in there was crap. So basically, we have a running theme of animated Jokers outside of Mark Hamill are complete and utter crap.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, my instant opinion would be that I'm happy for him to go, and like I think it was, I'm not sure who it was, but I remember someone saying that when they originally were casting for the animated series, there was someone else who they turned down because it was too scary. I can't remember who the actor was.
Yeah.
I say they give him a chance. I want to hear what this this voice actor can do, and I need
It
to
was
switch
me.
it over.